I think that's very cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Matt Stafford has seen you play the drums. Joe Montana has seen you play the drums.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady has seen you play the drums.
And seen you play bass.
Has seen me play bass. Roger Clemens has seen you play the drums.
That's right, the Rocket, yeah.
Ozzie Smith has seen you play the drums.
Yep.
And here's the big one. JT
yes.
has seen you play the drums.
Also Brian Jordan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great athlete, terrible announcer.
And yeah. And Ed Too Tall Jones. Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah. And Clay Aiken. Here is the clap, which you have.
Which I have.
Yeah.
Had it for a while.
Yeah. Not the clap that most people know.
Right.
Yours is... Tell me about your condition.
I could clap really fast. I had the clap.
I'm going to be real with you. That kind of is impressive. Can you teach me?
Not a lot of people can do it.
I look like a dolphin or something drowning.
Basically,
Go even slower than that. Pretend I'm a 5. So...
yeah. Come back with that hand. You slap with that hand.
Go, 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 go.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Well, what's up, man?
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Was the clapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. Got me a little cross-eyed. It did actually get me cross-eyed.
Okay. Well, welcome to episode 16. Sweet 16.
I thought you were going to say 15, and I was like, wait. It is 16.
It'd be kind of funny if we did that every episode. It's every episode. Welcome to episode 15. And then next week's like, dude, welcome to episode 15.
Oh, I can't believe we're here.
Welcome to episode. It's like the woman who's all like keeps celebrating her 29th birthday. You know,
Right.
we're always going to celebrate our 15th
Yeah.
episode on the podcast. But what's good with you, man?
That reminds me, like on Groundhog Day next year,
Yeah.
we should post the same episode twice right in a row.
Oh my gosh. We really should have done something for April Fools too.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking.
I think everybody's a little too sensitive
Yeah.
this year, which I can understand because, you know, COVID and stuff, but
Too sensitive
but
about
things on the up,
Yeah.
the uppity up.
What do you mean they're too sensitive? Like can't take a joke?
Yeah, I think people are just like, they're just not ready for it this year. Maybe
Okay.
next year.
So next year we'll fool you in April.
Because last year was a big April Fool's. Let's just be honest. So
Yeah.
yeah.
COVID's going away. Nope. No, it's not.
What does the calendar say? 2020? No. So, but speaking of that, we had the vaccine, the first dose, a couple weeks ago.
Did we?
We did.
I completely blacked out.
Yeah. Well, that's what the vaccine does.
It blacks you out, yeah.
The one we had. Yeah.
Yeah, Pfizer.
But Pfizer, yeah.
No, you're right. We got it. Nothing to it.
Nope.
Except for I vomited for 3 hours.
No, that's not bad.
I was expecting 2, but after I hit 3.
Yeah.
And then I could only see color out of one eye. And and both of my ears stopped working.
That would mean
my beard started getting grayer. So if you see gray in my beard, it's Pfizer's fault.
okay. Mine actually turned one color,
Oh yeah,
and it was actually brown for about 4 hours, and then I realized I fell asleep with a Hershey bar in my face. So then I washed it out. I was like, oh wait,
what if
COVID didn't do that,
what if
the vaccine didn't do that?
what if the vaccine did like really odd things? Like for example, what if it was like you took the vaccine and all of a sudden you were a Duke fan?
Yeah,
You know,
I would have some questions.
Nothing medical.
No,
It's just like you just wake up and you're like, "Go Duke,"
yeah,
and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
yeah.
You know?
I would definitely write my congressman,
Yeah.
or well, shoot him an email anyway,
Shoot him an email.
or her. I don't even know who it is,
Why don't you just send it over on a dinosaur?
or congresswoman.
Disclaimer: none of that stuff happened to me.
Right, me neither.
My arm was like kind of bruised,
Yeah,
but it didn't hurt. It's like
Yeah.
if you picked your arm, if I picked my arm up slightly, I could like feel that something was different. Why am I doing my right? I did it in my left.
yeah,
But I had no symptoms. So
yeah,
fingers crossed, second dose next week.
yeah. Which I hear is the kicker for some people,
Yeah.
but it only lasts for a few hours.
Not me. I'm going to whip its ass.
Yeah.
I'm
Can you?
I'm tough it out.
If it does something to me, can you whip my? So I just like,
You would rather have an ass whooping than
I mean,
be sick?
yeah, because if it doesn't happen to you, then I'm just like, I'm a huge wuss. Just whip.
It's funny that people actually do believe they can like manhandle something like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, I'll just outman the coronavirus. Okay, bro.
yeah. And women are right. When men get sick, we become babies, and it's
I can't speak for all men,
yeah,
but I can speak for me.
yeah. Oh, I've become a huge
It's
baby.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yep.
And my wife doesn't, that she is not like that at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not a nurturing person.
Yeah.
I'm a good dude.
Sure.
I'm a thoughtful dude. I'm even I'm a considerate dude.
All right.
You obviously don't know me.
Yes, I do, Jason.
You say Jason?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just not nurturing. Like Sarah Carter
Sure.
loves like to be there for the dog and like feed it
Right.
and take it out to go potty, which I hate saying that freaking word. It's like, could we not have trained it to say like, hey, go pee?
Right.
But from a young age, it was go potty, go potty. So I'm a grown man
Yeah.
in my backyard being like, hey, go potty. You know? And then my neighbor comes out one time and I heard him look, he's like looking both ways and he was like, go potty. And I was like, yes, your wife did it to you too.
Exactly.
You have trained it to the potty word,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with a toddler, but a dog, something about it just doesn't seem very manly.
Yeah.
So I just want to sometimes go out there and just say, hey, do your stuff and
Yeah.
get back in here. But she actually really likes nurturing. Like, and I feel like most women feel this way. It's like this
Oh, for sure.
natural, like they want to take care of something.
Yeah.
She literally likes being the person that feeds the dog.
Sure.
The action of feeding the dog.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would never do anything for the dog. Here's what I want out of my dog.
So your dog would die.
Yeah, totally. No, I understand. It's like vegetables. I understand its purpose
Yeah.
and I will partake. I totally understand the utility of why you must have a vegetable.
Right.
And I understand why you must feed another living thing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. And so here's what I want out of a dog. When I walk in the house, run up to me
Yeah.
and say, Dad, I missed you.
Yeah.
And I say, I missed you too. Now get down.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I want. And then when I'm going to sleep at night, I want it to just lay on me and I've got like a thing to rub.
Yeah.
That's what I want out of a dog.
Right.
Okay? what is it?
Which is exactly why. That's it. Yeah, I don't know if old Brian Thomas would like that one.
No. But
I don't know. He may like it.
yeah.
He may think it's funny.
Oh, he would think that was funny. So
We'll send him the.
why am I there? Why did I get to nurturing?
Oh, because of being sick from the vaccine.
Yes. So I'm not nurturing. So I don't think about like what I should do for her. Even though I'm thoughtful and I will do things, I'm just not very good at it.
Oh.
And
Got it.
yeah, men suck when it comes to being sick.
Yeah, if I get a fever, I'm down for the count, bro. Just like, and like, I know like most women, it's the nurturing thing. They're still on their feet.
Yeah.
They still want to do stuff for their family, you know, just like.
Super tough.
Yeah. And not dudes, though. It's like, I just got to take care of me.
Yeah.
My temperature is almost above 100. It's not bad, but I can feel it, though.
It's the thing we've already talked about with Bill Burr. We're idling at 75.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
when I'm sick, I'm real quick at 100.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't focus on anything else except I don't feel good.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
I heard something, I think it was on the Conan podcast or something, where they're talking about like, what would men be like if they were pregnant? They would suck. And I'm like, you don't even have to go that far. Really is like, just let us be sick.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Yep.
Fever for you, I'm going to say I can't do a cough.
Cough?
I can't do it. Well, let me rephrase. I can't do a cough that's long lasting.
Yeah.
Like something that's going to be
it's the worst.
multiple hours. I
And
literally.
it keeps you up at night?
Yeah.
F that.
I think I'd rather like walk through a bunch of low hanging hammers than cough
Right.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, man.
I would rather listen to 3 Nickelback records in a row than cough for a few hours.
I mean, I would trade that up too, for sure.
That's a pretty good trade.
Yeah. I think so.
But anyway.
Either way, you're going to be miserable.
Well, I was going to ask you,
What?
you know, we just got through the Masters.
Oh, yeah.
What are you laughing at?
You're like, you know. I
know.
was like, no,
Hey,
I don't.
I was going to ask you, you know? And you're like, I
have no idea.
really don't.
No.
The Masters just happened.
Yes.
And I was out on the porch talking to you.
You know who won?
I'm pretty sure the Cardinals.
Yeah. Pujols won. Good job, Pujols.
I'm pretty sure the Tennessee Titans took it away.
Hideki Matsuyama actually won the first Japanese player to win the Masters tournament.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I don't really watch golf.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. It's
I only
probably,
watched it during the Masters.
it's probably the best thing you could ever nap to.
Oh, by far.
Like, or when it's on in a cigar lounge. Talk about peaceful.
Yeah, that's
Just
true
peaceful.
too.
But outside of that, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, I did like it in Happy Gilmore, which you quoted earlier.
That's true. That's a little different though. But yes, he took golf to an extreme.
Did you see where he literally just did it again? Adam Sandler, like he posted to his Instagram,
Yeah.
and he did like the Happy
It
Gilmore.
was the 25th anniversary.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get that and post it right here.
Okay, it's been 25 years since I've done this. Let's see what happens. I'm scared. Shooter McGavin, this is for you. And I'm not lying to you, that is smashed. Smashed. And that went pretty well. You dead, shooter.
I didn't realize this really until I know you said you were going to Augusta and all that kind of crap, but
Yeah.
you know how you ask people questions and you're actually interested, but as soon as you ask, you go, whoop.
Oh, it happens a little too much for me.
Yeah. And some people, it's,
Sorry, everybody.
yeah, I was going to say some people, it's names.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're like, oh, like you really like this person.
Yeah.
You really want to know their name.
Yeah.
And you go up to them and you say, hey, I'm Jeremy. And then it's just completely shut off my entire brain.
Yeah.
And then you walk off and you go, I really wanted to know their name.
Yeah.
What did I just do?
Yeah. It took me forever to learn my brother's name because I did that to him all the time. So I just automatically just
Your brother.
blinders. Oh, yeah, my
Your
brother.
brother.
Yeah, my brother. Jonathan.
Well,
Actually, he's known as Cooley in South Carolina, and I'm Cooley down here.
I like that.
So when I go up there, I always answer to everybody and was like, Cooley. I was like, oh, that's right. Him.
So when you tell me about all your gigs, a lot of times I am interested and then I shut off when you tell me.
Yeah.
I think maybe people do that with small talk.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's intentional. It's not like I'm not interested.
Right.
I don't really plan it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd be like, hey, you got a gig this weekend? And you'd be like, yeah, I'm playing in Virginia. And I'm like, oh, cool, where in Virginia? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then a day later, I'll be at the lounge with Ken. And Ken's like, hey, where's Nate? I'm like, oh no. I think he's at a gig.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, cool, where's the gig? I'm like, I have no idea.
Right.
But I know you told me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I knew you were in Augusta.
Uh-huh.
But then we were out on the swing and I was like, what'd you do this weekend? Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, I had a couple gigs. And I'm like, oh, cool. Anything cool happen? And you're like, well, Joe Montana was there.
He was.
And I was like, why haven't you already told me this?
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, I was like, why was Joe Montana at your gig? And you're like, because I was at the Masters. And I'm like, flex much?
It was, yeah. It was a Mercedes-Benz event.
Okay.
Because I think they may be the Masters' biggest sponsor, I want to say.
Yes, that and Fisher Price.
Yeah, exactly. You know it, Jim Nance. Hello, friends, Mr. Microphone. You go to the broadcast booth and he's like talking on one. He's like, hello, friends. He's holding up. Speak and spell.
Or if he had to like advertise just something random like, hello, friends. Today's show is brought to you by Time Crisis 2 at your local arcade.
Local market.
I used to play the junk out of that.
Which one?
Time Crisis? It's the ones where you, like, in the arcade where you actually hold the guns.
Yeah.
They have, like, an orange one and a blue one.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I didn't know the name of it, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm going to Google it and make sure. But I think it's Time Crisis.
Street Fighter 2 was mine.
Okay.
That was the big game for me. But yeah, Joe Montana was there, and it was an event put on my Mercedes-Benz. They rent out basically this whole neighborhood.
By the way, that's the quote that you did.
What?
Waterboy. I said you quoted
Waterboy.
Waterboy. What was the...
Not Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I see. I see. Waterboy was the Joe Montana quote.
Yeah.
And we're talking about... Okay.
Yeah.
What is the Waterboy quote?
It's they were in the stands, and Bobby Boucher made this big tackle. He's like, "Woo! He's the best tackler I've seen since Joe Montana." And the other dude's like, "Joe Montana was a quarterback, you idiot." I said Joe Montana. Whoever that is.
Classic movie.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's a good one. But that movie automatically just popped in my head because he was there.
Yeah.
And then they were interviewing him, and I was like several feet away from Joe Montana. I was just like, he was the GOAT for a while.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time, actually. until Mr. Brady kind of nudged him over. But he's still one of the all-time greats. I consider him Mount Rushmore.
He's insane. And right behind him, who he was throwing to.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah. And but my brother was a big fan of the 49ers. And I'm a Dallas fan. So back in those days, we had it out, because like whoever won basically had the last laugh for a year.
Yeah.
And until the next season. And but I did have my Dallas Cowboy hat am I wearing? Oh, it's the North Carolina hat. But but I did have my Dallas hat with me, and I was just like, I wonder if he'll sign this. If I was nice to him, I he would have signed it, because he's a nice guy. But I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Just like
he left.
Draw a 49ers logo over a piece of notebook paper,
right,
and then like tape it over the hat, and then he signs it, and you pull it off, and you're like, sucker!
Look what you signed.
Got you to sign a Dallas hat.
We're gonna win 5 Super Bowls now. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that'd be the day. But anyway,
does he live in Montana?
I think so.
I was gonna say, what a waste.
I think there's a town called Joe.
That's pretty cool. You're kidding.
Yes, I am kidding. But a state that big?
I mean, come on.
Might as well be a town called Joe.
If there was a state called Thomas, I'd want to live there.
Sure.
Not a city, like a whole state.
Right.
You know?
No, city, no. Just you gotta have the whole thing.
If your name is Joe Montana, and you lived in a city called Joe Montana,
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Also, just pretty cool what he's already done.
True.
But
sure, he still lives in the Bay Area. But he
which
probably
is
has
in
more
Memphis.
Than one. Yeah. Yeah, the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia.
There was a guy who worked for us, that guy Jacob, dead serious.
Yeah.
He thought the Bay Area was Memphis. He was like,
what bay is in Memphis?
Oh, man.
Or what body of water is in Memphis?
Dude, we gave him so much crap. He's dead serious. He's like, yeah, man. It's like all the rappers talk about the Bay Area in Memphis. We're like, yeah, no. This is the same guy that was like,
wow.
B as in Bravo, E as in I.
Oh, is that guy?
Oh, yeah. And when I first started working there, one of his quotes was, we were talking about something. He's like, man, that was way back in the day, way back in history.
Yeah.
He was like, so that was back in 1886 when Christopher Columbus sailed over on the Mayflower.
Wow.
It's just everything you could get wrong.
Yeah.
He got it wrong.
Right.
And he was so serious. And then he said, he's like, yeah, Sacagawea was there. I was like, okay, tell me what you know about Sacagawea.
Yep.
And by the way, I think you pronounce it differently than that, but whatever.
Probably.
He was like, Sacagawea, it's Bigfoot. And I was like, hold on. It's like Sasquatch? He goes, oh, yeah. This is this guy, dude.
I love it.
It's just every day.
That's awesome.
It was something you could just every single day.
Yeah.
He would say something like that.
My friend's dad used to do that. But I think he did it more on purpose.
Okay.
Because
I've always thought Jacob might have done this on purpose.
Yeah.
Because it was a little too funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like how Dumb and Dumber had to be done a certain way to be that funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Dumb and Dumberer was freaking awful. But anyway,
he used to quote the Bible, just be like, and then he'd be like, "Honey, I'm right. It says in the Bible, ye eat the salt of the earth." Like, wow, no, that's not right.
Dude, there's this TikTok I saw that was like motivational music behind what is not in the Bible. And it's like all these famous, basically this motivational music behind Bible verses that aren't in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
And people say they're in the Bible like
Oh, really?
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could find it, but it's kind of hilarious because it's like some of them, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know were not in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Like, because, you
just sound like they should be.
Yeah, and you grow up and people either in church or old men or,
Oh, yeah.
just would be like, well, it says in the Bible, whatever. I can't even think of one.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, I find out just like, that's not in the Bible. And I'm like, dude, my whole life is over. I thought that was in the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the misquotations are second to none.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely out there.
And it's funny because the ones that are not in there, they sound like they should be in there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like, I think one of them is
it's believable.
Do everything in moderation.
Oh.
That's one that I was taught is in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
And it's totally not in the Bible.
Right.
And I was like, and it makes sense.
It does.
It's very wise to do everything in moderation.
Sure.
It's just not in the Bible.
Right.
But I grew up thinking that because I was told that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
And it sounds like a honorable thing that would be in the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we got way off track, and it's arguably my fault. We were talking about the Masters.
Yeah.
We got down to Joe Montana, your brother. Tell us about playing down at the Masters. It's a Mercedes-Benz event, you said.
Yeah.
I just took us somewhere. Bring us back.
Well, I mean, they had rented out this neighborhood, or some of it anyway. Basically, it was like they rented out 15 houses in this neighborhood. And by the way, this neighborhood, super nice.
Oh, yeah.
And it's by the river. It's like in Evans, Georgia, I think. Yeah. It's either Evans or Georgia or South Carolina, because Augusta's on the border. But I'm pretty sure it's Georgia.
Did Matt Foley do the motivational speaking?
Yeah.
Because he said by the river, and I thought van down by the river.
First off, I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. Old Matt's gonna be your shadow. Here's you, here's Matt. There's you, there.
Turns out it was Joe's. It was weird. But it was like decked out with 49er apparel. So, but yeah, they just rented out these houses, and then they rented out the clubhouse.
Okay.
In that neighborhood, and that's where we had the event. And so they went a little long with Joe, and because Joe was like, "Go long," and so we were like,
God, some of your dad jokes are
they're too hard to handle for sure.
Well, it was more so that they're just nonstop.
It's true.
It's great. I love it.
True. But he talked a lot about Bill Walsh and how he just changed the game after going to Notre Dame for 4 years, who back then was just, they were top-notch football team back then. And so he was like, Bill Walsh just kind of retaught the game to me, which I thought was fascinating. And then, they happened to win 4 Super Bowls with him.
Yeah.
And then, so we got pushed back and stuff, but I was kind of enjoying it because I was like, well, it's less we have to play. But then we played like an hour, and that was it. But I really wanted to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
But it was like,
let me just, because I wondered this a lot. Because this goes back to Matt Stafford and all these other people.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer with Matt Stafford, but with Joe Montana. So did Joe Montana see you play music?
He was there for about 20 minutes.
Legend watching a legend. Boom! Compliment sandwich.
I like that setup. Yeah.
Legend watching a legend.
Yeah. I like
Hall of Famer watching a Hall of Famer. Of
watching. I could probably win a Dundee for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he saw me for like 20 minutes and then he left.
That's super cool to me though. It's like
yeah,
maybe
dude.
you didn't meet him, but like
Yeah, for
he
sure.
watched you play drums,
Yeah.
and he can't play drums like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of like when we played a wedding for Frank Beamer's daughter.
Okay.
Frank
That's
Beamer
also
used to be the
cool.
coach for Virginia Tech. And he was there for Michael Vick years. And so, like, when Virginia Tech started to be noticed, he was there. He was the guy. And
now his son is coach of South Carolina, right?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. He took over for
Muschamp.
Muschamp. Oh, that's
I
cool.
will edit this out if I'm wrong,
Okay.
but I'm pretty positive. Because,
Yeah.
Ken is a huge South Carolina fan. And
Right. Yeah.
I'm almost positive it's his son.
Yeah. I got you.
So go ahead.
But we played at his daughter's wedding, and they had it down in Oconee County, and they're on the river, and there was the van again, and but it was like super nice wedding, and I didn't know he was there. Like I didn't know it was his daughter
Got it.
that was being married. So, because like they always put the first names of who's getting married. So I was like, well, I don't know. So in the introduction of the bridal party, we played Enter Sandman, which is what Virginia Tech football team comes out to. They've been doing that since in the year 2000.
By the way, did you watch the Larnell Lewis video of him playing Enter Sandman?
Oh yeah,
Did you actually watch the whole thing?
not the whole thing, but I started watching it. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, we should watch that after this.
yeah,
It's kind of insane.
yeah. Oh, I bet.
It's kind of insane because like he doesn't play that kind of music,
Right.
but you can actually tell he only listened to it one time,
Yeah.
and he almost
Almost got it.
got it.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to give you some credit. You could probably do that too.
Depends on it depends on what song it was.
I
for
think
sure.
a song like that you could probably get pretty dang close.
Yeah.
But anyway, that reminded me. Well, let's watch that after.
That's
this.
funny. Yeah. So they came out to Enter Sandman, so I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Still just didn't oblivious to it because I just didn't look out and like pay attention to the crowd either. So when the father-daughter dance came up, Frank came out and I was just like, it's Frank! It's Frank! You know, I was just like freaking out,
Yeah,
man, because I was just
seriously.
like, this dude's a legend.
Yeah.
And so they did the father-daughter dance, you know, and we played pretty much all night. And so I was like, man, I got to meet him. So me and Dustin went up there to meet him together. And I was like, I went to 4 games the year you went to the national championship. And I was like, he's like, oh, that was a good year. I was like, yeah, it was a very good year. And, but he was like super nice. And he was like, I appreciate y'all playing for my daughter's weddings. You have made this day very special. Super nice guy. And I was just like, oh, yes. And, but it was cool. But that's what I wanted to, like, you know, Joe Montana to see me after the show and just be like, you know, but like you said, he did see me play, which was kind of cool.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Matt Stafford has seen you play the drums. Joe Montana has seen you play the drums.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady has seen you play the drums.
And seen you play bass.
Has seen me play bass. Roger Clemens has seen you play the drums.
That's the Rocket, yeah.
Ozzie Smith has seen you play the drums.
Yep.
And here's the big one. JT
Yes.
has seen you play the drums.
Also Brian Jordan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great athlete, terrible announcer.
And yeah. And Ed Too Tall Jones. Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah. And Clay Aiken.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is cool to me that this amount of celebrities have watched you
Dude, it's unreal.
do your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I feel
And
like
if they had to compliment me or give me a comment or whatever, I take that to the grave, bro.
Oh yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
And
That was like, I'll keep this story short, but that was like when I played Freebird.
oh yeah,
I'll tell the story real quick. For 12 Stone Church, for Father's Day, they wanted to do Freebird, and they just really wanted to do the solo.
I was so sad I wasn't playing that day.
Oh my gosh, that would have made that much better for me, honestly, if you'd have been playing.
Yeah,
But they were trying to figure out who could play the solo.
yeah,
And so Jonathan Neese told them, he's like, yo, Jeremy,
that's right.
Jeremy's been waiting for this moment his whole life. He knows it note for note, which I do. I mean, I just grew up playing.
Oh
that.
yeah,
And so they called me and they're like, hey, can you do the Freebird solo? I was like, yep. I'm there. Done.
all right.
And so for Father's Day, at the end of the service, every service, I played Freebird, which was cool. But for the Sunday night service, which is the last time we're going to play
So
it.
this is the 4 service.
Yeah, we had a 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and a 6 p.m.
Yeah,
So the last time I was going to play it, it was so difficult.
it just makes me tired just thinking about it.
Was Sunday night. So you came to the Sunday night service,
Yep.
and that was cool. But then, as we're about to play Freebird, Tyler comes over to me and he goes, hey, man, I don't mean to make you nervous,
Yeah.
but Danny Chauncey's on the front row. Well, you know Danny Chauncey.
Yeah.
I didn't at the time, but I knew who he was.
That's funny that Tyler would point him out too, because I was watching him watching you.
Yes.
And so I was like, I wonder if Jeremy knows he's down there.
Yes.
I was like, you got to know.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Danny Chauncey is the guitar player for 38 Special.
Yes.
He's played with Skinner just so many times.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my gosh,
So he knows the song
he
pretty
knows the song. Well, I start playing the song and I notice he will not look at me because he's probably he's cringe ready. He's like, oh my
okay.
God, here we are. We're going to play Freebird.
So this is before the solo.
No, this is like kind of during the solo.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed he was not looking my way. Until he realized, oh, this cat actually knows the Freebird solo. And then I look at you, and you're right. You ain't looking at me at all. All you were doing was looking at Danny Chauncey.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately for me, I played it well. I didn't mess up.
Right.
Well, after the service, Danny Chauncey runs up on stage, and he goes, dude, that's the way it's done. And he gives me this big hug. And remember, I don't know him yet.
Right.
He gives me this huge hug. And he's like, man, Skinner doesn't play it that well. And I was like,
Right.
I'm going to die.
Right.
And I called my dad and I told him, and Dad was like, you could take that to the grave, son. So,
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you kind of have to know me and know my insane fandom for Skinner
yeah.
and that song. You know
Well,
what
when
we
you
should
play
do?
guitar.
You know what we should do? July 4th. Me, you, Jared, Freebird.
Ooh.
And just rock the crap out of it.
Dude, that would be awesome.
And get you like a mullet wig. And dude, we should
Yeah.
do Freebird on July 4th.
Dude, I'm there, man.
As sort of like a celebration of.
Too bad I won't be there.
Do you mean you're going to be on a gig?
Dude, I'm totally down. No, because usually when we have a gig, it's on the 3rd.
Yeah.
So, actually, let me check. real
Okay.
quick.
Why?
Yep, 3rd.
Okay. I mean, we're obviously going to film it beforehand.
Oh, it's going to be such a long drive. Yep.
But
Right.
to end that story, if you know how much I love Freebird, to have someone like him come up to me and say, dude, Skinner doesn't play it that
Skinner
well.
is basically a part of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
You remember that time? That was a real nice time.
It reminds me of that other Chris Farley bit when he's talking to Paul McCartney. Hey,
Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
you remember when you were when you played bass in the Beatles? Yeah, I do. That was cool. I don't remember any of the quotes.
Oh my gosh,
Chris Farley is a legend.
Yep.
But so I'm saying that to say that I kind of relate to what it's like when someone watches you do your thing.
Well, when you were at festivals, I'm sure somebody saw you that you're just like, oh my gosh.
Well, the problem there is that I'm not sure who was there.
Like not even the acts?
I don't think the acts, like the music industry is kind of not great.
Well, yeah.
So I think a lot of the acts don't watch other acts.
I gotcha.
But one of the people that watched this was, I think, like Hawk Nelson, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't had as many like celebrity run-ins with music.
Yeah.
My celebrity run-ins have been in normal life, like the New Girl thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if Joe Montana watched me do anything,
right,
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like if he watched me drive a car, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, you're real good at Uno, bro.
Yeah,
thanks, Mr. Montana.
Hey Joe, you remember when you played? You used to play. Well, you remember when you used to play quarterback for the 49ers? Yeah, I do. That was pretty cool.
Well, he had a story too about the Super Bowl.
Who?
Joe Montana. He said John Candy was watching him.
Oh, really?
It was the last drive, Super Bowl 23. They're down by like a few. I mean, well, they have to score a touchdown. So they're down by like 4 or 5. And they have to score a touchdown to win the game, or else that's it. It's over with.
Yeah.
And so the team gets in the huddle. He goes, look at that. John Candy sitting down there eating a hot dog. All right, let's do it.
Oh, wow.
You talk about cool Joe, bro. I mean, good gosh. Like, the world is watching you right now.
That's true, man. I'm not sure.
That's another level.
I'm not sure I know how to process something like that.
No.
Yeah, that's insane.
Even like watching the Masters, like that's one of the hardest golf courses to play. And like, even if you land on the green, like, you know, this far from the hole, there's not 100% chance that you're getting it in, because there's so many twists and turns. And I've seen so many people miss putts. Like, even on the last green, you're surrounded by thousands of people, and you're just like, it's just quiet, and then, come on! Oh man, my favorite is the dude in the crowd, and as soon as they hit the ball, they have to say something,
Yeah.
and it's always Phil Mickelson for birdie. Get in the hole! I was like, how does that make Phil? So, or a tiger. It's just like, well, you can just don't yell in the backswing, because that's the worst thing you can do. So, which my nephew needs to learn.
Speaking of missed plays, how about that daggum Braves game on Sunday? I don't know when you guys are listening or watching this, but we're talking about the game against the Phillies.
The blown call.
Which would be, what's today? What is today?
14th.
So it'd be 13th, 12th, April 11th.
Okay.
It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
Where they blew the call at the plate.
And it was Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Which,
look, we're not going to be mean the whole time right now.
Right.
But A-Rod, you need to shut up. A-Rod?
Absolutely.
Dude, Alex Rodriguez, you're a legendary baseball player.
Yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
But you're one of the worst color commentators I've ever heard
dude.
in my whole life. You suck.
Yeah.
And you don't have a cool voice. You don't say anything interesting, and you're an
Yeah. And J-Lo doesn't even like you.
and J-Lo doesn't even like you. It's over for you. It's actually not over for you for
I
some
want to
reason.
date J-Lo.
But I'm like, the massive pool of possible choices for color commentator for Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
And you picked this. I can't even think of a word that's not horrible.
What was he saying about the play? I can't even remember because I was so furious.
I don't even know.
Because like I think he was like he was on the favor of that side. He's like, well, I guess they saw him at the plate, and I'm just like, no, A-Rod.
Yeah.
Look at the play, bro. You played baseball for so many years. If that happened to you,
Oh my God, man.
come on. You wouldn't be like, maybe they missed the call. No. They missed the call.
Yeah.
Just tell it like it is, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna get fired.
And I got to tell you, watching baseball on ESPN is kind of sucks
Yeah.
because they talk too much.
Yeah.
There's very little play by play.
Dude, the John Miller, Joe Morgan days. Joe Morgan, rest his soul.
Yes.
Dude.
Love that guy's voice.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
okay, but even Chip Carey and Frank Gore
Yeah,
and Tom Glavine,
for sure.
they nail it, dude.
Yeah.
They kill it.
Yeah. No, I didn't watch their broadcast. They
weren't broadcasting that one. But I'm just saying they broadcast all the other ones.
Right.
And even them,
But weren't they talking about it?
they talked about it the next day.
Okay.
So they talked about it the next day, and they were like, dude, this is just garbage.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine if you called the play that way.
Yeah.
But then come back and tell us why.
Right.
It's like, well, we had these angles. We looked at these angles, and because of this, we made this decision.
Yeah.
Just like they do in football.
Yeah.
But no, for some reason in baseball, they're like, we're going to send it off to New York, and then they're just going to come back with their corporate decision,
Right.
and we just have to deal with it and lose the game, by the way.
And MLB the umpires have nothing to look at, right? Except for
Oh, no, the umpires don't do it.
So they're just looking in the outfield. Well,
They're literally
Atlanta
listening.
does have that huge big screen that they could look at, but they just don't do it.
Yeah, well, no, and they got a screen to look at, but they have no say.
Yeah. And that was what Snicker was doing. Remember
Yeah.
that? Mm-hmm. Snicker came out there. He's like, listen, I'm not blaming you guys, but just look at the
Right.
Teletron.
What they told him was, we don't have enough evidence. He was like, evidence? That's the biggest TV in the world.
Right.
Like-
Exactly. He's like, I'm not blaming you either. Which is why I don't think he was kicked out, because he wasn't arguing with them.
No. Well, it's not. Honestly, it should be left up to the umpires.
Right.
But in this case, it's not the umpire's fault. The guy is bang bang play.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's not wrong for thinking that was safe.
Yeah.
But when you go back and look at it,
Yeah.
you're like, that dude was definitely out.
Right. For sure.
Definitely out.
Didn't even touch the plate.
And then we just get the call from New York that says, nope, he's safe.
Now, I didn't watch it in real time. I just watched the replay. But, I don't know how long the actual replay took. If New York was just like, we're taking too long. Let's just call it safe.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it's really bad timing because
yeah.
I'm not going to get into politics on this thing.
Right.
But take your damn politics and get them out of my baseball.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You know why I watch sports? To get away from politics.
It's an escape.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, a little happier note.
Yeah.
This is a good episode.
It was. It was.
But deep. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
No, I think our time is up, and I want to go do something else.
I think I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Which is funny. We're literally going to go do the same thing, just without microphones.
Yeah.
I want people to know this. Nathan and I talk before we start filming,
Yes.
and it's just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start filming,
Yeah.
and then we stop filming,
Yep.
and it's not like it stops.
No.
It's the same thing. And I was telling my wife last night when we were driving, I was like, I think it's kind of interesting because there are a lot of people who don't know you. Now, there's a lot of people who don't know me either, but what I'm saying with you is like, you are sometimes reticent or reserved.
Yeah.
Not really on purpose. You're just, you know, you're not as open to everyone you meet. right? Mm-hmm. And then people get to know you and you like really come out of your shell and really open up. But there's a lot of people that don't really know you.
True.
They don't see the Nathan I see.
Right.
But this podcast, all these people get to know you. And I don't know, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, people who don't have the, what I would call luxury of being your friend.
Yeah.
They get to see a different side of you, which is really not even a different side of you.
No.
It's like,
it's not really.
It's you.
It's just more outgoing.
It's you.
And it's comfortable here too. So it's like, but yeah, you're right. Cause I'm like,
because I won't look and say, idiot. Nice joke, dummy.
Right. Because I'm like the extroverted introvert.
Yes.
And I basically, if I want to be the life of the party, I'll do it.
You can.
But if I don't want to be, then I can definitely do the opposite for sure. It just depends. Like I kind of read the room and be like, can I make this person laugh? Or
I think sometimes you're a sharpshooter where you just you're waiting and you're looking and you're
for sure.
And then that moment comes and you just flop a joke in there.
Yeah.
And the place just loses it.
Yeah.
And
one-liners.
But on this podcast, it's, to me, what a lot of people don't get to see is your silliness.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
I mean, even when we go to the lounge, you and I both are like calm and
pretty reserved over there.
Like I tend to be a little more outspoken and outgoing, but I'm also like straight. Like I'm pretty straight. Like I'm not cutting up and all this other stuff. And even some
you're just like you're talking just to talk. Like just to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
But then people run into me and they're like, dude, comedian. I didn't know you were a comedian.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not like I'm going to walk in and say, the comedian's here. You know? It's the entertainer.
Right.
And I've had people say too, like, wow, I didn't know you played guitar like that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
I'm not going to walk in with guitar and say, oh boy, I'm here.
That was 20-year-old us.
Yes.
But you're much older for that.
Yeah, my dad's always told me, like, if you're good at something, you don't have to tell anybody.
Right.
You know, they'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
And, but anyway, with that, I think we should go do something else. I just want to shout out to Nathan Cooley for just being good. That's our timer. That's our timer. That's our timer.
That was a bad beat.
That means our camera's about to shut off. So we love y'all.
Everybody, subscribe to the YouTube. If you're not doing that, subscribe. Hit that like button. Tell your friends. Hit the notifications bell.
And you know what?
That's how you do it.
Have a great week in the Lord.
Amen. Right?
Peace out.
And
bye.
Heal the world. Get vaccinated.
Bye.
Toodles. Heal the world. Make it a better place.